Welcome to the Trucker Josh vlog page, where you can follow me and my best friend Diesel day by day as we travel across all of Canada and the United States. This is real reality TV coming at you on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button and follow our journey.
Good morning, Chevy. How's your breakfast? Really?
Still difficult to get him to eat. He's going through a rebellious stage. He used to just wolf down all of his food without even chewing it. Now when he does eat, at least he chews it slowly and enjoys it. It's just getting him to start eating. Once he starts, he gets on a roll and then he realizes, oh yeah, I'm hungry. I guess we'll wait and try again a little later. He's got to get hungry sooner or later. Everybody needs breakfast, man. I think that he wants Diesel's food, because Diesel has different food. Chevy's on a bit of a special diet because he's allergic to a few things. And he likes Diesel's food better, but Diesel's food irritates his skin. And I would put Diesel in this food too, so that it's fair, so they're both eating the same stuff. But this stuff is like $100 a bag. So, I'm sorry, I can only afford to feed one of you the premium stuff. I'm sorry, Diesel. You do have the premium stuff too, it's just not as premium. You don't have any allergies, so I know, I feel bad. I shouldn't just use money as an excuse, but it does get expensive. We did have all the dogs on this special food at one point. We were spending like $400 to $500 a month on dog food. And I love my dogs, I do. But $500 a month? That hurts. But let's get going then. We'll stop a little ways down the road and try to give him breakfast then. But for now, I need to get rolling. We're making pretty good time today. We are just under 3 hours away. It's 11:15. So 11, 12, 1, 2, 2:30 I think is when I'm gonna get there. Hopefully. But then again, the drop is like way into the heart of Winnipeg on Higgins Avenue. Anyone from Winnipeg knows Higgins Avenue. It's it's a street that you sort of want to avoid at night. I'll just put a hashtag, that's my opinion there, because I'm sure other people maybe don't think it's quite as bad. But I think the majority of people would be like, nah, it's not really a place I want to go for a walk at 2 in the morning. But hey, let's not talk bad about the beautiful city of Winnipeg, because there's nothing wrong with the beautiful city of Winnipeg, especially with the fact that they need some overpasses. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm hard on Winnipeg, I know. I grew up in this area. I didn't grow up in Winnipeg. I did live in the city for a few years. When I first moved out, I was 18 and I got my first apartment on my own. And I lived in, excuse me, I lived in the southeast side of St. Vital for almost 2 years. And then I moved right into the downtown core on Kennedy Avenue, north of Portage Place, north of Portage Avenue, for a year. That was interesting. And then after that, I moved back out of the city, realized this is not for me at all. I belong in the country. That's why whenever anyone says, oh, you country redneck, I'm like, yeah, what? I don't know about the redneck part, but I don't know. Maybe I am. But I sure do like the country a lot better. That's just me, though. I mean, the majority of people clearly like the city better, but I've talked about this quite a few times before. Anyways, what I'm saying is that I am hard on Winnipeg, just out of fun. A lot of my videos, you have to understand my sense of humor, especially when it comes to trucks. Like that video I made the other day about Chevy messing up with their new Silverado. Like, you gotta take what I say with a little bit of sense of humor. Like, I'm not a fan of the new Chevrolet Silverado body design. And I was pretty harsh on them. And I made some jokes about, oh, even if you drive a Dodge, I'll forgive you. Those are all jokes made out of fun. I really don't mind Dodges and Fords that much. I just prefer Chevy, and I think it's fun to push people's buttons, because people in North America anyways are very touchy when it comes to their trucks and their brands, as am I. I'm the same way, so I'm not trying to insult anybody with the things I say. It's just you gotta understand my sense of humor. Other than that, excuse me, I got a dry throat today, I need some water. Other than that, the day is going well. I just don't have much time to stop, that's all. I have to get there because I want to get unloaded today. Otherwise, my whole trip is drastically put back. Because, well, if I don't get unloaded today, I don't get unloaded tomorrow in Regina, then Calgary, and Surrey would get unloaded Monday then, which would push back my reload as well. So there's a lot riding on it, but I'm pretty sure I'll get there on time, because they say they're there till 3:30, and I'm planning on getting there by 2:30. That gives us an hour. I tarped their delivery here separately, so it's going to be very easy just to quickly rip the tarp off, and they only got 3 boxes, though they are pretty big, but they only got 3 boxes to take off, and then I just roll up my tarps and I'm out of there. It should only take like half an hour if they're ready for me when I get there. Guess we just gotta wait and see. Hope for the best, right? Try our best and hope for the best. Another scale's open. The scale down in the US coming up was open too. That one's rarely ever open. And now we just crossed back into Canada at Emerson, Manitoba, and this scale is open too. Can you tell we're back in Canada yet? I'm gonna have to tighten all the bolts after this trip. Lots of trucks on the road today. Well, I guess we're all grouped up right now because we all had to go into the scale in the US. We all sort of got out of there at the same time, and now we're all going into the scale in Canada. Just to double check that the Americans didn't miss anything, you know? Maybe they weren't paying attention. They want to take a look at us up here too. Make sure they're happy with the way I tied down my load and that my vehicle's registered properly. Blah, 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 blah. Power trip. Right? I don't know. Look at all these trucks here. What in the world? Usually it's very slow here. We're here on Nairn, and we're about to turn left onto Higgins up here. But this bridge, I don't know how high it is. I asked the guy, are you sure it's a truck bridge? Because I remember I used to go over it, and I thought that it was a low bridge. But I can turn left from the right lane, I believe. I mean, this is a very kind of tight area of the city, so I don't want to make any mistakes. Just gonna take her slow. These corners don't help. Trailer. Oh, do I have to turn right from this lane? Okay, so we gotta be in the left lane. Okay. Nice that this guy's holding the traffic here for us. Oh yeah, it says trucks can go either way. And that truck just came over the bridge right here. Okay, well, good. Good. This worked out.
Turn right on Stadacona Street, then turn left.
Stadacona. That's what it's called. Turns into Higgins, I guess. And there's this bridge just off to the left here. I went to school, to high school in the city here. So this is sort of like not my home territory, but I'm familiar with it. I just wasn't too sure. I couldn't quite remember if this was a truck bridge or not. It's a little bit low. I wouldn't go under here with a van trailer because it's 3.76. That's a little low. Yep. My truck is 3.6 meters high. So it's about 10 centimeters of space between the top of my truck and this bridge. That is not exactly comfortable. Would have made me a little more nervous if I didn't see that other truck go through it first. Here's a 4.2 bridge. A van trailer is 4.2 meters high. So I could have gotten under that with a van trailer, but... And this is Higgins Avenue.
350 meters. Arrive at address 53 on right.
Okay, nobody's beside me. Alright, I gotta figure out where I'm going. We're here. They're just letting their forklift warm up right now over there. And I've got my trailer ready for them here already. These two, half of this is going to Saskatchewan and Alberta. This is all going to Surrey, British Columbia. The front one there is going to Surrey, British Columbia. I've wrapped them individually. And this is for Winnipeg here. I've already got it all untarped, got the straps off. It's not gonna go anywhere because it's nailed to the deck. All in one piece. Not broken, not even cracked. So that's what it looks like from the back. They build the frames actually really well, and they band it all together with super thick steel bands. So the straps are actually for show and for legality, legal purposes. When you go over a scale, if you don't have it, 1 second, you got a snowflake on your face. Excuse that. If you go through a scale and you don't have straps on it, you're getting a big ticket, obviously. But so you put the straps on it, but the majority of it, it's all held up by these nice A-frames that they build. I wouldn't rely on just that though. Put your straps on it. Remember what we talked about like a week ago? Always tie it down. Don't ever assume, oh, it won't fall off, it's good. Tie it down. I've even seen people flying down the highways and interstates with just loose chains on their deck, just sitting on their deck. Now, I know that those chains aren't going to go anywhere. They most likely won't fall off, but if you hit a rough pothole or a rough patch of highway, they can easily like vibrate off the side. And once one end of it falls off, you know, it all sucks the rest of it off. And then you got a chain flying down the highway in traffic. I don't know why people do that. I've seen that more than once. They'll put the chains just on their deck, like this tarp without the strap. They'll just throw the chains on their deck and just go. No, just tie it down. If I can give you one piece of advice, if you don't learn anything else from me, which I wouldn't blame you if you didn't. If you can learn one thing from me, it's tie down your freight, please. For the safety's sake. Do I really have to even ask that? I thought that was just common sense, but you know, common sense isn't too common. We all know that. So I should actually be rolling up my tarp right now. The snow is falling on top of it, and that's not really good, because what's gonna happen is we're gonna go to British Columbia and all this snow is gonna be in there. And it's gonna melt, and then we're gonna go back into the mountains, and it's gonna freeze, and the tarp is just gonna be rock solid. The good thing about that is that we're going down to BC where it's warm, and there's no snow because it's the lower mainland there. Remember, I've always said that's where it hardly ever snows. It'll melt, but my next load coming out of BC needs to be tarped. Except I'm only tarping it around Kamloops, and I think Kamloops gets pretty cold. So hopefully this doesn't freeze. I should just roll it up real quick before too much more snow gets on it. I'm sort of just procrastinating here because they're procrastinating over there. So I'm figuring, well, if they don't feel like working, I don't feel like working either. I think that's how it goes. That boom truck right over there behind my tarp. That boom truck right there is what's gonna come and unload this. And I don't really know how they're gonna do it because look how big these windows are. They're gonna have to balance it just perfectly. Whatever, let's keep cleaning up. So I think I made a dumb decision, but I made a decision. We're going to go through Winnipeg to get out of Winnipeg. If you know anything about this city, you never follow a GPS as a truck driver through Winnipeg. But this time I'm going to follow the GPS because she's telling me to go right down Portage Avenue. And we're still in Higgins here. We're just about at Higgins and Main, the famous intersection. So we'll see what happens. Why not? And it's rush hour too. I made this decision before I realized I was doing this in rush hour. But hey, I get to show you Winnipeg now. Like I said, not my home city, but it's the capital city of my home province. This is where the Winnipeg Jets are from. It's an Air Force city. We have a big Air Force base pretty much straight ahead of us. Few miles. It's not like Minot Air Force Base or anything, but all right, nobody hit me, okay? I promise I won't hit you if you don't hit me. Do we have a deal? No, I didn't think so. I don't trust any of these people. These roads were made in like the early 1800s, late 1700s. So this is a very old part of the city, so nothing is designed. Nothing is designed for 75-foot semi-truck, tractor trailer.
Drive 570 kilometers on Portage Avenue.
This was an absolutely terrible idea. I was not aware of how much traffic Winnipeg actually has. I mean, this is Portage Avenue, so it is like the avenue of avenues in Winnipeg. Just off to the left, that's the MTS Center. That's where the Winnipeg Jets play. Like, wow. Yep, I should have just gone around the city. It would have been way further, but I'm going for it. Traffic's moving, I'm going for it. It's hard to get across these intersections because cars will cut in there in the room that you're trying to leave for yourself so that you're not blocking the intersection. It'll pile up with cars usually. Yeah, I used to live actually just on this next street here. To the right, you turn right and you go behind there. There's a street called Kennedy Street. I used to live on there, right downtown. It was interesting, very interesting. I wouldn't do it again and I wouldn't recommend it. But it was interesting. Finally, a place I actually fit. Alright, what is with this big snow heap right here? Why would they leave that there? Weird. Flying J in Headingley. So I've got my handy shower bag here. Finally getting an opportunity to go in for a shower. Well, finally got around to taking a shower. I like to shower every day, as does most people, I think. Just the last couple of days have been so rushed. I had to skip yesterday, and I had spent the whole entire evening, or the whole day, tying down and tarping that load. I really like to shower after I do that, but I had to get there, and I got there just barely in time so that they got me unloaded today. They almost wanted to get me unloaded tomorrow morning, which means I wouldn't make any of my other appointments. It's the thing about hauling multi-drop loads. If one appointment goes wrong, they all go wrong. So tomorrow we'll be in Regina, which we'll actually be there tonight yet. I have about 7 hours left, 6 or 7 hours left on my clock, and it's about 6 hours to Regina. So I'm hoping to make it to Balgony, Saskatchewan tonight, to the Flying J there, and pull her in there. Probably won't be any parking for me though. So who knows, maybe we'll stop somewhere else, I don't know. But we're here now anyway, so this is the shower. This is where I turn the camera off and put you away, because it's not that kind of video. Yep. Smelling like soap. Hey guys, tell me I smell good. Tell me I smell good. Smell me. Smell me. Smell me. Come on, man. I smell good. I got a bacon cheeseburger here too to work on this bad boy. And now we gotta go. We have 6 hours and 20 minutes available to us today yet, so let's give her. Turn off all the lights in here. It's time to get going. You ready to go, Diesel? Chevy, you guys good to go? Everybody's gone out, everybody's eaten. I've gone out, I've got food. All right, into the night. We'll be driving to close to midnight. Oh, this guy's still stacking these big stacks up right here, like right in the driveway. I guess that's the best way to clear the driveway. I mean, I wouldn't hire him to do that during a rush hour, but it's not very busy right now. I guess it doesn't matter. Westward. Chasing the sun that is already set. I want it back. We're gonna go get it. Why are people flashing their brights at me all the time? You don't even have your lights on to begin with. Just the running lights. Probably can't figure out why the lights are so dim. Oh, people. Your lights are not on. That's the problem. Still going into the dark. Oh boy. Well, the truck's been running good. That's always a good thing. When a truck's not running well, adds a lot of stress. Unnecessary stress. And stress is no one's friend. And this is my home for tonight. I hope you guys all have a great day or a great night whenever you're watching this. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Don't forget to subscribe.